Let's see if this is working. Hello everyone. I think we're on. I think it's working. I'll wait for some of the replies to see if it is because you guys will tell me straight away. Sorry for the lateness. I mean, I think I'm only 3 minutes late, which is not bad for me. But I'll tell you why I'm late when a few more people get here because my gosh, it's a good story. Hello everyone! Yay! Everyone's here. Rod, Heather, Leslie. My eyes are getting worse, and I think I left my glasses in the Midlands over Christmas. Oh, it looks like I'm very, very orange. I'm gonna try and change my. Just a second. I'm gonna try and change my. Let's see how that looks. Oh, okay, a little bit better. Hello, Teresa, Amanda. Amanda's one of my newest patrons. Hi, Amanda. Susie, Marla. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. There's quite a few of us here. I thought we'd do a Saturday stream. I don't know what time it is where you are. If you're watching from the US, I'm guessing it's like midday-ish. If you're in like the Eastern time zone. I've got a cup of herbal tea, but this one's actually like fruit flavoured. For anyone who knows me, you'll know that I really don't like the fruity flavoured teas, but then I tried pucca, elderberry and echinacea, and I was like, it's all right. Like, it's okay. I prefer the more like non-fruit ones, if that makes sense. Oh, that's hot. I'm just gonna put it back down. So I'll tell you why I was late because it's quite a good story. Right, I've recently joined this app, and it's called Clubhouse, and it's like, I think it's still in its testing stages, and it's like an invite-only thing at the moment. Then they're going to open it up to everyone. So there's lots of like CEOs, and there's like high performers. Then there's like artists, musicians, a couple of YouTubers on there. And anyway, I was on this app today, and I've set up my profile. I'm brand new, and I said, I'm a YouTuber. I'm part of a big channel called Joel and Leah. It's got over 300,000 subscribers. I've also got my personal channel, which has got like a trickling of those subscribers that have come over from that main channel that just really enjoy watching what I do, like everyday life kind of thing. Anyway, and I was invited up on like the virtual stage to like talk to really like people that are super successful. There was a guy on there who gave me advice, who's someone like I've read his books. His name's Rob Moore, and like I've read his books on performance and stuff. I could not believe I was like invited up there to ask a question. So I've got like, I don't know if it's gone because it was about half an hour ago, but my whole chest went blotchy and red. I was so nervous, my palms are sweaty, and you guys know that I don't get nervous for things like speaking. Like I can talk to anyone. I'm happy to just chat away. I just don't remember the last time I felt that nervous, short of breath. My voice was like going like this when I was speaking. I was like, oh my gosh, Leah, like hold it together. But I was just so nervous, and like, anyway, that's why I was late. And I got some really great advice, and it's just made my Saturday. I just feel amazing. I feel like really inspired. I was listening in, like you can be in the room and you're not, you can be just like a listener. And then if you're invited onto the stage to talk, then you can like have your microphone on and stuff. So I was in the room for the majority of today, and I was like tidying the flat. Okay, I know it doesn't look that tight. Well, you can't see that bit over there. I was like tidying up, hoovering. I organised all my messy drawers that were just out of place. And all the while, I was listening to some really inspiring conversations. And I feel like it's one of those Saturdays where, I don't know, I've been connected to other people. So I don't feel relaxed. I feel like inspired, if that makes sense. Anyway, I've just babbled on for like 5 minutes telling you why I'm late. So let's have a look at some of the comments. Let's see who's here. Let's see how everyone's doing. Oh, have I got access? The reason I'm not going to look at my laptop is because, like I said, my eyes are getting worse. I think I left my glasses in the Midlands. So, Amanda, so proud of you. Thank you so much. Amazing to hear. Oh, thanks so much for the feedback. Like, that's really nice. I hate when I lose power in my voice. Like, yeah, it was definitely when you're someone you feel like you're a lot lower status and everything than everyone you're speaking to, I think you speed up, and it's always the people that are very comfortable and they know themselves and they speak at a slower pace and everything's calm. And there was a guy on there, super famous American guy. He's the secret billionaire, and he was talking for like half an hour, and it was so inspiring. I think his name was Cameron. You guys might know him. There was so many big players in like the US on there, and I'm sweating. Like, I'm actually still sweating just thinking about it. Thanks everyone for joining and for texting me what time it is where you are. 9:30 a.m. on the West Coast, while it's 5:30 in the afternoon in England, and obviously it's pitch black outside. So yeah, that's the kind of the daylight hours, I'd say, are from 7:30 when the sun starts to rise until 4:35. It's like pitch black here now, which is why I made sure I got my big light on over there so that you guys can see me. Hello everyone. So excited for you guys. Way to go. Thank you. I'll share with you some of the advice I was given, because I feel like, you guys know me best. The main bit of advice that I was given for my personal brand, so outside of the Joel and Leah stuff, so, anything I'm trying to do to establish myself as someone who exists as both part of a duo and as as me, was to do more interviews. So I've written it down, do more interviews, interview more people, the kind of chats with Leah hats kind of thing. And since coming off of the room I was on talking, loads of people found my Instagram and have come into my DMs, and I've been invited onto a few podcasts. So it won't necessarily start with me interviewing others. It might be me going on other people's interviews and being discovered that way. I'm really excited for that. I feel like I started to do that a few years ago, before COVID. I was invited onto like not Women's Hour, but it was something. I should probably know what podcast I was invited onto, but it was like all about like female empowerment, and it was about growing a business and doing what you do. And I was chatting all about my story and how I started, and Joel and Leah and what it is now and what I'm doing and comedy and stuff like that. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like I've come out of that with like new eyes, and yeah. Anyway, enough about me. How's everyone else doing? A few people saying, I love your in-person on the street interviews. Thank you. That's from Shari Ma. You know what? I'm seeing a lot of the same names that were here pretty much throughout Vlogmas. So now that it's January and we've had time to cool off, a huge, huge thank you to you guys who stuck around at Vlogmas for me. Like, just thanks so much. I know I said it before and I don't want to like hammer it home, but there's so much on the internet you could be watching. So that the fact that you choose to watch my videos means the world. Like, thank you so, so much. One of the things that they were talking about today in this social media chat, they were just like, everyone's so obsessed with growing their audience. Everyone wants more. Like, if you've got, like me, if you've got 30,000, you want 100,000. If you want da-da-da. But you shouldn't be worried about growing to the next milestone. You should just really engage with and love what you've already got here. So like, if I was to never ever gain one more subscriber ever, to be completely content and like and solid with the relationships that we've got here and the way we are with each other, and I absolutely loved that. I was like, damn right, honey. I was not in that voice, but do you know what I mean? I was just like, yeah, if it was like this and you can provide value and give people, cheer people up, make their day, that's enough for me. Like, any more is a bonus, but just to be more content with like exact things how they are. You can still be ambitious and stuff without being like desperate and like needy and feeling like you need to be validated by more people. So if anyone out there is trying to like, grow their own thing, and you're looking at your current following and you're like, oh, I've only got this many people following my lifestyle mummy blog or this or that, like, you should probably, what they said to me, which I'll share with you, was that you should probably focus in on who's already there and make deeper connections with the people that are already watching you. I love that. I was just like, yeah, let's see what people are saying. Loved your Vlogmas. Thank you. Oh, you're making me emotional. Oh, you guys. I love this new vibe that everyone seems to be on. Everyone is leveling up, Cameron said. Do you know what, Cameron? I know January is the time for it. And fair enough to anyone who's just like, count me out. I don't care for New Year's resolutions. It's just a date in the diary. It's just ticked over. New Year, like 1 second after midnight, and suddenly we're all new people. But I am one of those suckers. Like, I am just like, no, this is a great time for me to reflect on how the year's gone, what could have gone better, what went really well, and to improve. I just want to be the best person I can be for myself. I want to be strong for other people around me. I want to show up at my job. I want to be there for Joel and Leah, for Joel, for me. Like, I just want everything to be as good as it can be. So yeah, I love this time of year. Absolutely love it. As long as you're not on Twitter complaining about thousands of Okay, I just read a hate comment out loud. That was not very nice. Hi Leah, in Massachusetts here, 12:45 p.m. Sorry, just a bit thrown off when you shouldn't have read that. I was on positive vibes. I think that's what I read. I don't know. You know, you skim read it and you're like, don't say that out loud. Where are the moderators at? Rod, are you here? Michael, are you here? Actually, no, Michael is away. It's his birthday. See, I know my followers really well. It was his birthday yesterday. He's away with his family right now. Don't be afraid of the legends. Oh, okay. I'm not going to do that thing where, when someone does a live stream and then they're just like, yeah, thank you. Like, it's the worst. It's the most annoying thing ever for a viewer to watch somebody read their screen. Like, it's actually infuriating. So, yeah, I'll try not to do that as much as possible. What else can I tell you guys? Tea break whilst I drink my 7 out of 10 above average tea. Peggy, shout out to Peggy for being a good moderator. I think you're a moderator, Peggy. Again, I'm sweating. Do you mind if I open the door a minute? Actually, no, I don't want my neighbours to hear me. Did I ever tell you about the time the neighbour downstairs came up to our flat, walked into our apartment and was like, can you please turn down the television? And we in Ash were like, I was sitting there on the sofa in my underwear. Ash was in his boxers, as he usually appears on all of my vlogs. And I was actually like, I was so shook. I didn't have it in myself, because I'm like, naturally, I'm quite polite. I didn't have it in myself to be like, get out of my flat. Like, you can't just walk into someone's house. Who are you? Knock on the door, bruvs. But I was just like, I actually apologised. That was the British in me. I was like, oh, sorry, Michael. Oh, sorry. And then I said his name. I was like, sorry. So sorry if you can hear us. And I turned it down. I can't believe that. That happened in the summer. Message of the day: don't let anyone walk into your flat or your apartment or your house and tell you what to do. I was just like, you is one of those neighbours, you know what, he's not someone who will find this video ever, but just talking about this neighbour, I'm sure we can all relate. It's that busybody neighbour who likes to get involved with the whole, so this is like a block of flats, likes to just be the sort of parish leader, as it were. Just know your place, hun. Stay inside your flat, keep calm, and no one's going to bother you. Don't put letters through my post box telling me how to recycle, because I know how to recycle, but you know when people are just like busybodies and they want you to do things their way, and you're like, oh. One time he told us off for taking phone calls out there, like business. Atch would sit out in front. I don't know if you guys have ever seen my vlogs. You've got like a little bit of a outdoor area with the table and chairs. We haven't sat there, obviously because of the weather, for a bit, but we stopped sitting there because he didn't like hearing us on phone calls, and we're not even that loud. But their flat is like their flat is like diagonally opposite ours, and why would you move into somewhere that's got like a communal feel, like the flat balconies face each other? My question to him was like, well, in my head, why would you live here if you didn't like sound? We live next to a train line. You know what I mean? Like, you can hear the trains. And this person's retired. Like, they chose this place. Anyway. Oh, what the fuck, weird neighbours. Yeah, totally. Anyway, that was a bit of a rant. So what have I spoken about so far? My inspiring conversation with like the big players in the American game and in the UK, getting some advice from them on my brand, my annoying neighbours downstairs. Keep your door locked. Thank you, Alina. That's totally true. I guess he needs to move. Yeah. Well, do you know what? We'll be gone before they, you know what I mean? We'll be gone soon. If you guys are up to date on my vlogs, you'll know that I have mentioned that we're leaving Chichester. I haven't said why, because it's not my, I can't say, it's not my place to say. But I will tell you why as soon as I can. Something that is still ongoing. Don't worry, it's not a dispute with the neighbour or anything, but we are going to be leaving Chichester. It's bittersweet. I'm happy and I'm sad. I've had the best year and a bit. I think I've been here in this flat and the other flat that I used to live in. I was about to say the address. Best time here and at 59. Anyway, and it's time to move on, and I'll talk to you guys about it in the future, in the near future. But you'll notice that I've laid off a little bit from YouTube. I've felt like I haven't been picking up my camera and vlogging. I've been on a different kind of, not different wavelength, but like I was saying earlier, like January feels like that time of like planning and thinking about what it is I want to create. And right now, I do feel still quite limited by COVID. I feel like I want to go back out there. I want to do more street interviews. I want to talk to people. But where are the people? Like, they're not on the streets. Everyone's just in their house. So do you bring your idea that you've got for a project? Do you put it online and do it all virtually, or do you just wait? Like, there's a lot of things I'm sort of going through my mind at the moment. But luckily, Joel and Leah stuff's still going really strong. Joel and I had our first like virtual filming session. So I set up over there on that chair, and I had this same camera set up that you see now, but a bit closer in, kind of like that. And Joel did the same, but from his house. And then we had a Zoom call going on from our headphones. Oh, you probably would have seen it because the video went out last night. Kelly! Hey, I just realised, guys, I haven't been reading out any of the super chat donations. So what I'll do is I'll just scroll up quickly and see if anyone, like Kelly, thank you, Kelly, has done a donation. So I'd never want to miss out a comment where someone's, you know what I mean, like paid to say that. It's really bad. So I'll just scroll up a little bit. I don't think I have. Have I missed anything? Oh, I see one. Oh, it was Kelly again. Good morning, beautiful. Thank you, Kelly. I hope you're well. Good morning. Haven't seen you in ages. Can't wait to hopefully see you soon. I'm not going to be asked. Hopefully, I'm not going to be asked where Joel and I are traveling to in America, because I'm not giving the game away. Plus, we've got an announcement video on our channel saying that. Can't hear you very well. Is that the case for everyone? I'm wondering what I can do about sound. I'll wait for you guys to tell me. This microphone, usually on this camera, is very, very strong, and usually you can hear, like, you'd be able to hear this go, wait. You'd hear that on my mic, because I haven't got my mic muffler on, which reduces the amount of sound you can hear. Hear you fine. Oh, thank you, Rod. I just, you know, as I scrolled over to look at one comment, that was the first one I saw, so I was like, please don't tell me no one can hear anything. Okay, guys, thanks so much. I can see the comments popping up saying that you can see me. I'd love to find a way of getting the comments coming up here so that I'm almost still looking, I'm not looking here, put it that way, and I'm not in my phone. My mate Lauren's just messaged me. She's messaged me something about posture, because I was telling her about my forward head and like you know, now I'm trying, one of my New Year's things, I don't know if I said it, was to think more about my posture and to improve my rounded shoulders. So I was thinking, shall I try loads of different products on Amazon, you know, like all those things you can get that like hold your spine back and your head all like that, and you're at your desk, and there's a thing that buzzes you every time you slouch. But you know what? I spoke to my physio, had a virtual appointment, and it turns out I just need to keep going with my yoga, keep stretching and keep doing like things to open my back up and open me out, and over time it will all add up and I'll be like more held up by the muscles there, like, and I won't be so like, you know what I mean? I'm sure lots of us can relate to anyone who sits at their desk working, like the head forward thing on your phone scrolling, like this is the stance of a generation of internet users. Like none of us are like this. No one's standing, I'm getting too hot and I'm not wearing clothes underneath, so I'm gonna have to open the door. P Wilson, $4.99, thank you, honey. One sec. Okay. Well, let us just hope that my neighbour doesn't come and shut it down, because if he does, I'll have to get him on the channel and be like, come on, darling, tell everyone what your problem is with me. Tell everyone what your problem is with Akulea. Is it because he's brown? Okay, yeah, I thought so. Anyway, that was a joke. He's not racist, but kind of is. So, hi everyone. Scoot's here. Katie Scoot, one of my favourites. I feel like I have to lower my voice because the door is open. How long have I been here? Half an hour. Thought my dad was joining. Dad, you on? What are you doing? Dad, text me if you're on, because you've been asking me what time this is at all day. One thing my dad does, which is amazing, is he leaves the Joel and Leah channel running in his house. So he'll leave the house and he leaves Joel and Leah, the channel, on all videos, like running through hundreds and hundreds of videos all day. So it sits through the ads for us so that we get more revenue. And he's done it with property couple videos as well. And I think he's done it on mine. So my dad is supporting the channel by just leaving his TV on for a little bit. Thank you, Dad. That is so kind. So if you go on my channel or the Joel and Leah channel or property, if you know, you don't have to, but it's just one way of helping out creators that you like. Is Dad here? He hasn't said anything, but we'll see if he texts me. Don't be too loud or your neighbour will barge in again, David said. Yeah, tell me about it. Has anyone noticed that their favourite creators on YouTube are uploading less right now in January? I'll wait for the responses because there is a delay between me saying something and the comments coming up. So let me know if you've noticed a lack in, a decline in videos. Oh, this is all right, you know, it's getting better. You know what? Any herbal tea tastes great when you put a dollop of honey in it. Just stick that sugar in. Haven't seen any comments pop up yet because it's not synced up. Rod, that is a very funny comment. It takes 6 days to play all of the JNL videos because he's tested it, so he knows. Alex, thank you so much. Alex Hunter, hey Leah, go treat yourself to a local cup of tea on me. Thank you so much. There's a few my favourite tea shop in Chichester is closed, but there's a few others open. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you. If anyone is wanting to donate, no pressure. I also have a Ko-Fi coffee page, spelled K-O-F-I, and when you donate on there, like you can send like $3, and it's a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Basically, the creator gets all of the revenue, whereas with YouTube take like 30% of the super chat donations. So when someone donates, I would receive 70% of that donation, if that makes sense. No pressure whatsoever. I just want to let you guys know, because obviously sometimes when I see a generous donation, it kind of kills me when I'm like 30% of that straight to YouTube. Anyway, lots of YouTubers are vlogging about Veganuary, Kate said. I've noticed that. Why is that? Abby said about the not as much less, as much shorter videos. Okay, well, I can tell you why, guys. So, I don't know, anyone hear the click in my back? Oh, my dad is here. Hey, Dad. So the decline in videos is potentially because of number one, CPM. So this is the cost per 1,000 views that YouTubers get, and January revenue is so poor. Like the money you get for videos you put out in January is so bad that it makes people want to wait to post their videos until CPM rates are a bit higher. Sorry if you heard that background noise, that's my WhatsApp. Yeah, so a lot of people are doing that. The other reason why people might not be posting is because they posted so much over high season, like October, November, December, and they're burnt out. So that would be the other reason from my perspective. Lorraine, I don't watch anything but your channels. And Joel, thank you. Maya said, can you only spend Ko-Fi on coffee? No. It comes into PayPal. And then I think PayPal take a small fee when you bring it out into your bank account. But mostly what I put on my Ko-Fi is that it goes towards the running of my channel. So if you guys have been following closely, last year I've had so many camera issues. So buying a new camera, buying like just stuff that allows me to make my videos better. That's what I would spend my Ko-Fi money on. It goes into my like business account, which is like my YouTube account, you know what I mean? Any earnings and stuff and donations that come from that, it goes towards that. So yeah, I'm actually paying. Did I tell you guys about the insurance absolute fail recently? I don't know if I did, but I dropped a camera of mine in October into the sand in Cyprus, and immediately I thought, I'll just tell my insurance and they'll do it for me. And basically they told me I couldn't claim, and I was like, right, well, it's listed on my claims thing, it's listed on my insurance. And they ended up taking months of back and forth of me arguing with them, and in the end they said, yeah, okay, fine, you can go and take it to a repair shop and see how much it would cost to replace or repair. And the quote came back saying it would cost £124, including VAT, to repair. So I told my insurer, bear in mind, we're now in January, and I forwarded the quote. So from October to now, it's taken that long just to get to this stage. And it's been like hour-long phone calls arguing with people about whether I'm covered or not, and I am. Anyway, so I got the quote. I was like, great, it's only 120 quid for them to fix it. They'll pay that. And then the guy called me back and he was like, hi Leah, yeah, just to let you know, your no claim, your what's it called? What's that thing called? Your in insurance, the amount you have to pay to do the claim, I don't know, what is it? Not commission, what is it? Excess, your excess. I got it on my own, I didn't even look at the comment. Your excess is £100, and taking away the VAT, which we wouldn't be able to reimburse you with until after the job's done, you'd be looking at getting a £4 payout from us, because it's £124 and there'd be like 20 quid VAT, £4 they were going to pay me just to go through with this whole claim for my camera. So I was like, deductible, excess, thank you guys. Anyway, so £4, I was like, forget it, Brian, I think that was his name. I was like, you've been really helpful. It's been a nightmare since October trying to get this from you guys, and finally for you to acknowledge that I am covered. This is something I have paid to cover all year, £400 to cover all my equipment. And now you're offering me £4, so I'll just leave it. I don't want to take the claims. I don't want to make a claim on my record for £4, so I'll just pay for it myself. So leading me back, why have I told you that whole story? Because when people do donations to my channel or my Ko-Fi page, I put that money straight towards fixing things that are broken. So, right. Oh my gosh, insurance be stinky. Completely agree. Mary Kate, thank you so much. Hello from Alabama. First live chat caught. Hey, yay. Thank you, Mary Kate. And sorry it took me so long to read out your comment. Sweet home Alabama. I remember when I sang that song once and I got loads of grief from people. They were like, funny, seeing a girl from England singing that. I was like, chill out. Alex, oh yeah, I already read out your comment earlier. Thank you so much, Alex. Teresa, love your channel. Thank you so much. Everyone's asking me what insurance company it was. I'm happy to out them because they're so bad. Their name is Home Protect. So if you're ever looking for insurance, don't use Home Protect because they were terrible. Absolutely terrible. There was like one nice person on the phone, but everyone else I spoke to was horrific. Absolutely horrific. Oh, I got hot again. Sued me for 50 quid. Sorry, just read a few comments and got confused. Co-fi equals coffee. Yeah, I never know if you pronounce it ko-fi or coffee. I should really know that. I've just opened my phone to see the comments so that I'm not so much over there. See if I can hold it here. Oh, what I wanted to ask, this is someone called Nika, said, if we ever can try some music together. Oh yeah, I mean, I'd love that. I haven't really been uploading much music because over Vlogmas I got so many copyright claims that I was like, do I want my channel to potentially get flagged as a channel that is striped for constantly singing songs that are not mine, copyrighted? Puts you into a little bit of a category on YouTube. You don't want to get too many strikes or copyright flags because you might eventually get completely demonetized, so then I would lose this whole bit of revenue. So it's got me thinking. I'd like to research whether I can just upload copyrighted song covers and things, but switch off all adverts for that video. So it's not like me even trying to gain money or any, not that it's a lot, like I'm not even trying to get the $20 or whatever it would be for that video. I'm wondering if I can get away with it that way. So there's a lot I need to look into it really. And then in terms of, I think you were sort of saying more like from a collaborative way, I'd love to. How would we do that? I'd love to know. Please DM me. Rod, do you still keep in touch with the woman from the magazine? Helen? Do you mean Holly? Yes, yeah, Holly and I were meant to go for a socially distant walk in lockdown. We haven't done one yet. She's been super busy. I'm so sorry if you just saw me like fiddling in the reflection. Yeah, I still talk to Holly. She's great, and she's one of the people I will miss when I leave Chichester because I haven't made many friends in Chichester. I've probably connected with Holly. I've connected with another lovely lady called Debbie, who runs like a thing called the Chichester Social. I've connected with a few people here, but I haven't really made any like solid friends. I've met people on a business level, but I will miss them, and it's a shame. It's a shame to be moving away. I hope the connections I've made in Chichester with like the local businesses here and people that are doing their own thing, entrepreneurs, and you know what I mean. I hope they don't disconnect from me when I leave because I no longer live here and can no longer like participate in things here. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Holly's lovely, and I definitely need to see her soon. Katie said, "Are you moving in the summer?" We're still in like total lockdown here, so I would like to move kind of, yeah, just before the summer ideally. Alex, this is a really good question. If a viewer has YouTube Premium and doesn't have to watch ads because they pay to skip all the ads, do you still earn money? So the answer is yes. It's just when you go into your YouTube analytics, you can see three things. One of them is ad revenue from ads, so like people that don't pay for YouTube Premium that sit through adverts and stuff. And then another one is video earnings from, I think they call it like YouTube, do they call it YouTube Red or YouTube Premium? And it will say like, it might say something very small like $2 earned this month from people that have YouTube Premium that watch you. So it's always such a small amount for me on my channel. And then it's a bit more on John and Leah, but it just breaks it down. It's like, this is how much you made from people who watch your ads. This is how much you made out of a percentage. I don't know how they calculate it. It'd be interesting to know. And then it will also say money made from like, I think Super Chat or like things like this where people donate. And I think if you're also somebody who sells merchandise through the features on your channel, it will show you how much you made through that. But I don't have anything switched on like that, and I don't have memberships switched on, so it will show your memberships revenue as well. So if you had 100 members paying $2 per month, you know, it would show you how much you made from that. I've just missed a few comments, so I'm just going to scroll up. MJ, hello. Hi Leah, considering a move to Chai, that's what the locals call Chichester, for anyone watching, without a job, but can buy a small house, but afraid of regret for it. But can buy a small house, but afraid of regret leaving London, but equally fed up. Any thoughts? Huh, it's interesting you ask that. I've just written an article which will be published on my website soon, hopefully by the end of January, about living in a city versus living in a town like Chichester. So obviously my comparison would be London, where I lived for nearly, is it 6-7 years? I can't remember. And yeah, and my experience living in Chichester for 1 year in a smaller town. For me, MJ, it was the best thing I ever did. And if we look at the way people are responding to the pandemic now, I think that a lot of people are prioritizing their quality of life over things like living in a big city and being near all the hotspots. You know what I mean? Living in London's amazing because you're near all the activity. And if you're anything like me, I love the buzz. Like I absolutely love the lifestyle in London. I love going out. I love just socializing. I could go out for drinks. Like I just loved it. And I was terrified of leaving because I was like, my whole social life, like I'm a social butterfly. I bloody love it. And then moving to Chichester, weirdly, I just settled in absolutely fine. Like there were a few times, don't get me wrong, where I was like, oh, I really miss it. I really miss London. But it made London more special. So every time I go to London now, it's an event for me. I'm like, you know, maybe I'll stay in a hotel or stay over at a friend's house. It feels more like a special place. So I'm not sure what your situation is. I would say Chai is a really lovely place. I think it was voted amongst the happiest places to live in England, as amongst other places like Leamington Spa, which is near where my family live, in the Midlands, and there's just a really nice list. I saw an article online. And the people are very lovely. If you're into like community feel, if you're into like knowing the local shop owners and the people here, and people everywhere you go, kind of like someone's like, oh hey, you know, you could be doing your shopping and you see someone you know from the gym or you recognise. As I was saying earlier, I haven't built many like solid relationships here, but that's on me because I've chosen to prioritise the maintenance of my network and my friends and the people I have in London and my network online, which is very important to me, over, you know, hanging out with like the yummy mummies in my gym. There were so many opportunities in Chai for me to like throw myself into new communities here, especially when I used to do things like CrossFit. The class would finish and everyone would stand around like chatting and networking, and I would just shoot right off because I just was like, I think I was just going through a bit of a time where I was like, I don't really need this. Like I've got my own world going on, but I'm happy to be living here. I know that's a really long-winded answer to your question, but I hope that you make the move, whatever it is, whether you decide to stay or leave. I hope you make that decision, and then, you know, I hope you feel comfortable in that you've made the right choice. You won't know until you do it, really. I suppose if you do leave and then you hate it here, you can always move back, but buying sounds like a lot more hassle than if you were to rent, like what we did. Yeah, if you buy down here, it feels very permanent, I think. Also, the houses aren't cheap down here. Like this flat is worth £380,000, which is what, like $450,000, 450,000. Yeah, it's outrageous. Like these flats sell on the market for quite a lot, and I don't think you guys have seen this flat. There's like no storage. There's 2 bedrooms, an open plan living room, kitchen. Like it's not all that. You know, for up north you can get a palace for that, like near where my family are. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about London prices anyway, it's too depressing. Few people saying that they've got to shoot off, but thanks so much. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm going to shoot off soon as well because it's Saturday. I want to stick the dinner in the oven. Ash is going to be home soon. And yeah, I've absolutely loved chatting to you guys. If anyone's got any last questions or anything you want to chat about, ping it up on screen and I'll try my best. I'm just blown away that my battery hasn't died whilst I'm doing this. I forgot to plug it into like my portable. I've got this, which means that whilst I'm live streaming, my camera takes its charge from this rather than its internal battery. Halfway through it, I was talking and I realised that this wasn't even plugged in. So it's a miracle that we're still here. But yeah, this is meant to be so it doesn't die. Erin is talking about property prices, and Erin has said, wow, I bought my 4-level home for $370K in the States. See that 4-floor home, that's incredible. I think the way the pandemic has affected people, everyone wants to move somewhere where they've got more space. A lot of people are looking for a home office. You see it all the time. Like, I'm in a forum with lots of like property investors and landlords, and they're all talking about how the suburbs and all of like the London suburbs are now like thriving way more than London because everyone wants like garden, office space, more bedrooms, maybe floors rather than having an apartment for that soundproofness. They want their children to be near green, good schools because they're going to be at home so much. Anyway, so yeah, just something that I've been seeing a lot of. Leah, what's for dinner? I made a lasagna yesterday. Lasagna? Yeah, I was just like, is that the right word for it? So I've got quite a lot of leftovers because I made quite a large dish of it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of, I don't want it to dry out in the oven, and I don't have a microwave here. So I'd like to, can you hear the train? I'd like to put that back in the oven and chop up a big salad with it. How is the unplugging for date nights going? That's gonna be my last question. It's been really, really good. I'm gonna answer that one. So date night was really good. We unplugged. We watched a really nice film. What was it? Oh God, no, it wasn't nice. Nice film. It was the film about pretty much what's been going on with the pandemic, but it was filmed ages ago. Contagion with like Kate Winslet. You've got Bryan Cranston made an appearance in it. Loads of big actors in it. Yeah, so I actually fell asleep during the film. But before that, you know that massage gun I showed you guys that I had from ages ago? We took it in turns. So I was like, right, you massage me, I'll do your back, you do mine. So just like switched off, kind of put on some good music. We cooked together. We made homemade, I don't know if I've ever showed you guys. I've got so many more recipes I want to film. The chickpea burgers that I make with like pistachio nuts, chickpeas, loads of coriander, carrot. Yeah, really, really nice. So I made chickpea burgers with a big salad. And yes, we like cooked together and did our massage and our film. It was really nice. So it's going really well. Just need to get another one booked in the diary before the end of January because that's the goal, 2 a month. I saw a few comments that were like 2 a month, that's awful. But like when you're both really busy people, like it is a decent amount of time, I think. Wow. Sorry, I just sort of, everyone's talking about property prices. All right, guys, maybe, Don Draper, thank you so much for your donation. That's so kind. Lovely as always. I'll say good night, everyone, or good morning or good afternoon from wherever you're watching from. It's been a really, really nice live stream. And just so you know, I'll be doing more live streams on the channel through January because A, I've got no content ideas other than cooking videos and they take a long time to film and edit. And also because CPM's so bad that live streams are just better for everyone. Lots of love and can't wait to take my makeup off now that, you know what I mean, being in your gown but with makeup on, it's weird. Love you all so much and I will see you very soon. Bye.